Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of The Style Shaker, your guide to cleaner, greener beauty, skincare, and beyond. I try all these products out for you and share my honest reviews so you know what to buy and what not to buy. It's Monday, so I'm back with another episode of Get Ready With Me Monday. I am sharing some of my favorites and putting them on my face as I get ready from the latest round of Britt's Picks, which is brand new. It's all my favorites out of the hundreds I've tried. All my faves all in one spot back on the site. It's free if you sign up to be on the newsletter. And if you're already on my newsletter on styleshaker.com, you already got a notification. So grab your makeup, grab your coffee or your tea, and let's get ready. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna give you a minute to get ready, right? You got your makeup, you got your brushes, you got your coffee, you got your tea. By the way, I just wanna tell you my prep here. I did the Tata Harper face mask, resurfacing mask. It feels so good. I really highly recommend it. Hopefully you got in on that Credo Beauty sale. And if you like these Get Ready With Me Mondays, please show your support by hitting that like button. It takes 2 seconds. It really makes a huge difference. And share it with a friend who wants to get ready with me in the morning. Learn about clean beauty and is starting their journey or midway on their journey and just feeling overwhelmed. Let's dive into me with a fresh face, and we're gonna put on makeup together. Okay, I have pinned my hair back. Unfortunately, I have finished my cup of coffee, but I have water nearby. So we're gonna be okay, we're gonna make it. Let's dive in to Get Ready With Me Monday. You guys, I made a jingle. Okay, I'm gonna get ready as I tell you about my jingle. Grab your coffee, grab your tea. It's time for Monday, get ready with me. What? Guys, I think I'm gonna go into jingles or taglines. Is that a tagline or a jingle? But I'm using the Typology Serum Tint. I've been mixing with this a lot. This has become one of my favorite little mixers. Side note, it is rainy and gross outside, so the weather is working in my favor. Ready. I'm already distracted. That was fast. But I'm just using this as a prep. Skincare-like ingredients on the face. This is one of those that I've tried, and at first I liked it. I just wasn't in love with it, and yet it seems like it's gonna be the quiet storm type of favorite. It just keeps rising and rising and rising in the ranks. I'm combining the Integrity on top. This is a little thicker, a little richer, and a lot more expensive. But it is on the Britt's Picks list. Get the neck. By the way, I'm just using my hands here, no kabuki needed. It's on my Britt's Picks list because this gives me a finish that I just cannot replicate in a lot of other products. It is beautiful and it wears really nicely. Sometimes it takes about 10 minutes to really meld and get going, but there's nothing like it. Like, you know when you have a really good finish and you catch yourself in the mirror in the middle of the day and you're like, ooh, oh, that's still okay, that's still doing its thing. That's how I feel about this product. That's why it remains on the Britt's Picks list. And now we shall conceal. Clove and Hallow. They just did a rebrand. Haven't really dug into their rebrand. Have you? Have you tried the new Clove and Hallow or the Clover, which is their diffusion line, their less expensive line? Does a good job though, right? It acts as more of a veil concealer, not the press and melt in type. There you go. This is the easy everyday look that I've been doing all last week because now it's the beginning of a new week. It's just working for me. I rarely do looks on repeat because I have to be trying, well, I don't have to be, but I get to be trying so many new products. And this is just a quick and easy 5-minute, 10-minute, but I'm gonna be talking, so it's gonna take longer. Look that I love to do. Hopefully you can get this going with whatever products you have in your place. So while I'm using these products, I was talking to a friend of mine about launching some new things on the site, and he was like, where's your About Me page? I realized I do not have an About Me page. How do I not have an About Me page? Big miss, huge. So I'm kind of gonna try my favorite products and talk a little bit about, you know, me, who I am, how this all started, where it is now, where it started and where it is now, basically. But first I'm going to apply eyeliner semi-off screen because talking and doing this is tricky. This also made it into a favorites for Britt's Picks, the Jones Road liner in navy. It's really great. It's very versatile. You can get a hard line, you can get a soft line, you can smudge it out. It doesn't drip down the face unless you have something really oily underneath. Loving this eyeliner and I want to try different colors. Didn't like a ton from that brand. This really stood out of all the things, the eyeliner. Put it on, I'll be right back. It all began about 5 years ago. It's really weird to talk like that. It began around 5 years ago. When all of this started, I was at a wedding in Napa for a roommate of mine who, you know, was the reason I was able to actually move to San Francisco. And his sister was there. And she was pregnant. So of course I was talking to her about the pregnancy, how everything's going. And I know her, so we were just catching up a little bit, and she was telling me that she was doing an audit. I also, by the way, had a really bad cold, and I was taking Advil, cold and sinus, like around the clock. And I sounded like this, but I still drank wine, which was a no-no. I don't recommend. So I'm surprised I could comprehend anything at that point because I was like super spaced out. But she was telling me about the audit for the baby and how she was checking the ingredients on all her products and making sure that it wouldn't be harmful to the baby. And I thought, okay, well, I don't have a baby. I'm not pregnant, but this is scary. And what do you mean, like, toxic ingredients? Then she whipped out a card that had all these negative, no-no, toxic ingredients on it. And she was reading them off to me. And she actually was working at an MLM. I think you can probably guess what it is. Probably guess what it is. I don't want to talk about it here. It can be a little volatile when I talk about it. She was working for them as a consultant at the time. And she opened my eyes to the toxicity that was out there, and it was the whole like 1,000, only 39 ingredients have been banned in the US, but this many of it, you know, you guys know the spiel. It's that spiel for clean beauty. I'm gonna have to speed up because I'm almost already done with my face. I'm not even kidding. I drove home back to San Francisco after that, and I started digging around, and I had one of those moments where, you know, in the movies when like it gets tunnel vision and the walls close in and you have one, it usually happens when the main character energy has a bit of a shocking realization. It's a dramatic moment. I had one of those in my own world. I started looking at the time I had Chanel eyeshadow, which by the way was the sample I got from my friend. I never spent a lot of money on makeup at the time. So I started looking through things and it was like Teflon, talc. There were some scary things. That's where it all began. And I just sort of became like a dog with a bone in a way, which tends to happen, especially because I started reading about furniture and carpeting and blah, blah, blah. Water. That's when I got my Berkey water filter. By the way, this is also a favorite. Oh, I'm so bummed it's kind of starting to clump more because it's towards the end. Whatever, I still love it. That is why I started this channel. So no, my credentials are not that I am a doctor. I always say this. I'm not a cosmetic chemist. I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a beauty guru in my mind, I'm not. I'm just somebody who got freaked out by the rhetoric and the narrative and those big words, but also really my pregnant friend. And I started digging in to go, what am I putting on my skin? What is going in? Is it going into my body? I'm very curious by nature and I like to share what I learn. And my friends were getting really, really sick of hearing from me. It's sort of like when people go vegan and they're like, let me tell you all about my veganism. No offense, but that seems to be a pattern. Or they go on Whole30 and that's all they can talk about because they're really hungry. Like what else are they gonna talk about? It was happening with me and I was like, you know, I actually worked in the creative area at work. I was surrounded by designers, videographers. It was a first for me in corporate. I'd never been in a creative area. I was always a merchant or a buyer. They were like, you should make a YouTube channel. So my non-cosmetic, non-dermatologist, non-makeup artist self, not even beauty-oriented self, I just wear the same stuff all the time. Benefit, a lot of Benefit, Hourglass, Shiseido, all the things. I had that stuff. I just started a YouTube channel and it was awful. It was like terrible lighting. Can cut to present day. I have tried, well, almost close to 1,000 clean beauty products. I have filmed 600 plus videos over here. I've created an in-depth testing system. I had to do that, not just to toot my own horn here, but I had to do it to stay sane because people started asking me questions. I just learned as I went. I built the plane while I was flying it. Haven't used the Hynt bronzer in forever. Cut myself off, moving ahead. Now I post scorecard reviews on my website, and the website now has almost over 20,000 people coming to it a month for quick, concise, formulaic reviews that you can get an answer to, which is why I call it the Before You Buy Guide. I've never had such a connection to so many amazing YouTube community followers, website community followers, and a lot of the feedback I receive, I implement and integrate and weave into my content because I felt like as a consumer, I was just sort of receiving either buzzy reviews, overhyped products that underperformed, maybe it was an influencer that was paid, which I'm all for people getting paid, but just keep it honest. Or fear-mongering. I didn't really like the fear-mongering, and my whole viewpoint has shifted quite a bit. In the very beginning, I was just almost religious about EWG, and I was like, sodium benzoate, bad! I definitely automatically identified these things as good and bad, and then I realized, for those of you that are just starting out, for those of you that have been along for the ride, you already know this, there is no such thing as clean beauty. It's very, very personal in my mind. I mean, there's cleaner beauty. I believe in cleaner beauty and skincare. And then I believe in better for you beauty and skincare. But if you're out there thinking that you're going to put asbestos on your face and that it's going to give you cancer immediately, just take a step back, breathe. You can look at the starter guide that I created and it can help you kind of navigate. It's free. I'm not selling it. It's free for you if you want to do it. And you can figure out how to navigate this, but I would say replace your fear with excitement. That's what I would say to my 5-year-ago self. Don't freak out, baby step it, and realize that this is going to open up a whole new world of clean beauty, but also connections to you, the viewer here. You guys are amazing. I know my followers that have been with me for a long time, new people that have just joined, welcome. It's just been an incredible ride, and now I'm taking it more inside out. I'm doing a little bit more conversational content like this, but and it extends beyond makeup, and skincare is another tricky one. You know, what's the best skincare? There's going to be overhyped serums that are crazy expensive and all the rest of it. Honestly, the more I try, the less I want to use in terms of skincare. And kind of makeup too. I just want to find my fewer better. So that's where I've gotten to. On the side, this is my on the side, but I also have been in corporate America. I've worked in e-commerce and digital marketing and creative marketing and branding and all the rest of it for like 20 years. It's also been incredible because I've worked at big freaking companies where I've learned amazing things, but you can't move things along, you know, they're too big. So I've been able to leverage the styleshaker.com to test and launch and learn. I'm not doing it just to see my margins improve. I get to talk to people through that, you know? They send me feedback. I'm in the direct line of communication with my visitors. So I love it. I love, love, love it. But that's sort of the other part. And I also have other, like, I have fun hobbies too that I don't do, but I would definitely say over the past 5 years, I've sacrificed a lot of fun hobbies and potential happy hours because I was obsessed with this channel and building this channel. And it was a sacrifice I was absolutely willing to make because I was learning along the way and I was sharing with you. So that's a little bit about me. That's how I got from 5 years ago to today. My views have changed. The products I love have changed. I'm adding more to my perspective. We all love a good face of makeup. Like this is the everyday face, by the way. This is just finished, complete. You can zhuzh if you want to, but it's done. It's easy. It's finished. Love a good face of makeup, but there's also something to be said about having a great face of makeup and feeling sad inside or not enough. You know, there's the inside out and holistic approach is really what's lighting me up now and getting me excited about the next phase of this. I'm headed in that direction and I will share as I learn. We'll see what it ends up being. Of course, I'll keep you posted because it's my oxygen. It's what I love to do, and I love sharing the journey, and I love hearing your journey. This is the final look, and I would love for you to share not only your favorite products, because I featured some of my favorite products below, but also what has your clean beauty journey been like? Are you just starting out and feeling overwhelmed? Check out the starter guide. Are you at it for a while and frustrated or happy? Share in the comments below because I feel like that would be really inspiring and motivating to people who are just feeling incredibly overwhelmed and spinny about the whole situation. And just know if you're one of those people, try one swap a month. That's what I recommend in my starter guide. Just keep it focused. Understand you don't have to be perfect. It doesn't all have to happen overnight. You don't have to spend 55 bucks for every product. It's just, you don't have to. Samples are your best friend. Shut out the noise and have fun with it because it's cool to figure this stuff out, I swear. And it's really exciting to find your favorites. And if you can't do that and you're still really overwhelmed, I am creating a one-on-one option on the website. There's going to be 2 options, so you can check out and learn more below to work with me. One is going to be a quick and easy, kind of less expensive option, and the other is going to be more one-on-one, a bit more support, a bit more Q&A time, and they are all up on the website now. I am going to run them at 50% off and send an email to my newsletter subscribers, but I'm giving you a little sneak peek over here because I love you guys and I want to help. That's it, in a nutshell. I want to help. And I think it can be fun. I really think it can be fun. And it will be fun over here, I can promise you that. It'll be a lot of clean beauty, maybe some skincare, and more fun. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with a friend who's on a clean beauty journey, just needs to check out some new products or wants to listen to something in the morning while they're drinking their coffee. I'm gonna go put all this stuff away. Links to everything will be below, like I mentioned earlier. Check out the new Britt's Picks guide if you have not already. It is free if you are a subscriber to the site. Signing up takes 2 seconds, also free. I'll see you right back here real soon. Until then, bye.